stretch of problems. Okay, so previous class లో మన నెంబర్ 0.8 వరకు ఉంది కాబట్టి నేను 0.9 నుంచి కంటిన్యూ చేస్తున్నాను. సో ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఆఫ్ టుడేస్ క్లాస్, tangent at y is equals to x square plus 6 at the point 1 comma 7 touches this circle at q. Then we need to find the coordinates of q. So very simple, tangent for this parabola at the point is also touching the circle. That means same line is acting like a tangent for the parabola as well tangent for the circle. Same line. Okay, first of all we need to identify that line and use tangent conditions of both parabola and circle. Okay, then it is easy to find out the coordinates of q. First of all, what is the tangent for this at 1 comma 7? We use s1 is equals to 0. Either s1 is equals to 0 or finding slope using derivatives, from there deriving tangent. See, we have both the chances. Okay, what I have to do? So go with the differentiation method. Instead of s1 is equals to 0, better to go with the differentiation method. For this curve, y dash is equals to 2x. Y dash is equals to 2x. So what is the slope? Slope is equals to now this y dash at the point which is 2. So slope of the tangent is 2. Then what is the equation of tangent? At the point with the slope. So y minus 7 is equals to 2 into x minus 1. And if we simplify, this is 2x minus y minus 2 plus 7 is plus 5 is equals to 0. Is it right? Y dash dy by dx is 2x and that dy by dx at the point is 2, so slope is 2. At the point with the slope 2, this is the equation of tangent. Now the next task is, this tangent line is touching the circle at the point q. We need to find out the coordinates of q. So if a line is touching the circle at a point, then from the center of the circle, this touching point of tangency, is the point of foot of perpendicular. See, always radius line is perpendicular to tangent line. From the center of the circle, what is the center of the circle? Minus 8 comma minus 6. From minus 8 comma minus 6, if we calculate foot of perpendicular onto this line, that foot of perpendicular is the q, and the coordinates easily we will get using the foot of perpendicular formula. Since we don't know q, initially let it as h comma k. Then use foot of perpendicular concept of straight lines, h minus x1. So that in the sense, h minus of minus plus 8 divided by coefficient of x is equals to k plus 6 divided by minus 1 is equals to minus of, we need to substitute this point in the line, minus 8 in the place of x, minus 16, minus 6 in the place of y. So plus 6 plus y divided by a square plus b square is 2 square plus minus 1 square. So then we go with the further simplification. Okay, 6 plus 5 is 11, minus 16 plus 11 is minus 5, minus of minus 5 is plus 5, and here we have 5. So totally this is 1. So since that is 1, you just rewrite it with 1. So we have h plus 8 is equals to 2 and k plus 6 is equals to minus 1. Then what are the coordinates of q? 2 minus 8 minus 6, minus 1 minus 6 minus 7. So finally the coordinates of q are minus 6 comma minus 7. Okay. Next problem, 10th problem. If two tangents are drawn from minus 2 comma minus 1 to the parabola y square is equals to 4x and alpha is angle between these tangents, we need to find out tan alpha. See, very simple actually. Situation, if you observe y square is equals to 4x, if it is like this, then from somewhere we have minus 2 comma minus 1. From this minus 2 comma minus 1, we are sketching two tangents for this parabola, and alpha is the angle between these two tangents, and we need to calculate alpha. So we have a formula for this angle as we discussed in synopsis. Tan alpha is equals to root s11 divided by modulus of x1 plus a. It's a direct formula. use this. Root S11 means substituting this minus 2 comma minus 1 in this y square is equals to 4x. And the next thing, x1 plus a. x1 is the x coordinate of the point and a is from this parabola we will identify. What is a from this parabola? Since it is y square is equals to 4x, when you compare with 4ax, a is equals to 1. Okay. So now tan alpha is equals to square root of root S11. Okay. What is this parabola? Y square is equals to 4x. That in the sense 4x minus y square. Okay. So if you substitute x with minus 2 and y with minus 1, what will happen? 4x minus y square, or you may use y square minus 4x. Y square minus 4x, you just use y square minus 1 square minus 4 into minus 2 divided by modulus of x1 is minus 2 plus a value is 1. x1 is the x coordinate of the point. Okay. And see, we are using not 4x minus y square, we are just using what? Y square minus 4x for the positive value under the root. So if you calculate, this is what? Root 9 divided by modulus of minus 1. And at the end your answer is 3. So tan alpha is 3. There ends the problem. Okay. We need to memorize this particular formula to find the angle between two tangents which are drawn for a parabola from a point. Okay. Next problem. Say tangents at T1, T2, T3 on y square is equals to 4x makes 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees angles with axis. Then T1, T2, T3 are. See, there are 3 points on the parabola. Okay. So those points are T1, T2, T3. T1 in the sense it is of the format AT1 square comma 2AT1. T2 in the sense T1 is corresponding to a point P, this is a point Q, and this is a point R. Every point is of the format AT1 square comma 2AT1 form, but we don't know all these things now. Okay, what I need is at a point P whose coordinates are with respect to AT1 square comma 2AT1, at this point if we sketch a tangent, then what to say about the slope of tangent? At T1, if you sketch a tangent, then slope of that tangent is, you say m1, and that m1 is nothing but 1 by T1. Already we learned it at synopsis. Or otherwise you just calculate it, differentiate it, find dy by dx, and then calculate the slope of tangent at the point. What is the point here? As I said, this is the point AT1 square comma 2AT1. At this point, if you observe the derivative dy by dx, it is easy to identify that slope of the tangent is 1 by T1. So at the other point, slope of the tangent you say m2 as 1 by T2 and T3 as m3, which is 1 by T3. Now tangent at P, tangent at Q, tangent at R are making angles 30 degrees, 45 degrees and 60 degrees with axis. So usually x-axis, because for this parabola axis is the x-axis. Since these three are the angles made by the tangents at these points, then it is easy to calculate the slope. So if a line makes an angle theta with x-axis, then what is slope? Tan theta. So from that knowledge, so this m1, 1 by T1 is simply nothing but what? Tan 30 degrees. This m2, 1 by T2 is nothing but tan 45 degrees. And 1 by T3 is tan 60 degrees. The question is to identify T1, T2, T3 or in. Okay, not or. Actually, the question is about T1, T2, T3 or in. AP, GP, HP, that's what we need to identify. So what will happen? So from there, T1 is equals to tan 30 degrees is 1 by root 3. So T1 is equals to root 3. T2 is clearly 1 because tan 45 is 1. T3 is 1 by root 3. So when you observe this T1, T2, T3 are in what? Geometric progression. Multiply with 1 by root 3, multiply with 1 by root 3. There is the problem, right? Have a look. So now next problem. Two tangents for y square is equals to 4ax makes theta 1, theta 2 with x-axis, locus of their point of intersection. So there are two tangents for this y square is equals to 4ax as they mentioned. We need to find out the locus of their point of intersection. For suppose if this is the parabola y square is equals to 4ax, then for this parabola there are two tangents. Okay, you just say this is one tangent and this is another tangent, and these two tangents, the point of intersection is some p alpha comma beta. Since we need to find locus of their point of intersection, now our task is to find locus in terms of alpha, beta. And as they mentioned, theta 1, theta 2 are the angles made by these tangents with x-axis. So, see, angle made by the tangent with x-axis theta 1 and this tangent with theta 2. Since this is theta 1 angle made by the tangent with x-axis, then what you say about its slope? m1 is equals to tan theta 1. And what is its slope? m2 is equals to tan theta 2. But here it is given that 1 by cot theta 1 plus 1 by cot theta 2 is equals to c. Okay, anyway, at the end we need to find a relation in terms of alpha and beta. One thing is, what is the tangent equation for a parabola? General tangent equation. See, general tangent equation is y is equals to mx plus a by m. Y is equals to mx plus a by m is the general tangent equation. Okay. Now, see, when you multiply everything with m, what will happen? My is equals to m square x plus a. This is a general tangent equation. Okay. This first tangent is of this format. Second tangent is also of this format. That means since these two tangents are of the same format, so those slopes of those two tangents m1, m2 are suitable in the place of m. That means for this quadratic relation m square x minus my plus a is equals to 0, there exist two roots whose are m1, m2. So now it is also given what? Cot theta 1 plus cot theta 2. Given, what is given? Cot theta 1 plus cot theta 2 is equals to c. Since it is given, what is tan theta 1? Slope of the first tangent, that is m1. What is tan theta 2? m2. So cot theta 1 is 1 by m1, cot theta 2 is 1 by m2 is equals to c. Okay. 1 by m1 plus 1 by m2 is equals to c. Then if you simplify this, what will happen? m1 plus m2 by m1 m2 is equals to c. Is it right? Now, since this quadratic equation has m1 m2 as roots, use sum of the roots as well product of the roots to get the locus. So I am using this space now. This implies, what is m1 plus m2? m1 plus m2 is, see, one more thing, no problem, since this alpha comma beta is on first tangent as well, this is on second tangent. See, this tangent equation is satisfied by alpha beta. m1 satisfies m1 m2, xy satisfies alpha beta because it is there on both the tangents. So now just I am rewriting this x with alpha and I am rewriting this y with beta, because alpha comma beta is a point on both the tangents. Now I will write m1 plus m2 in terms of beta and alpha. m1 plus m2 is minus b by a, minus b in the sense here beta, by coefficient of m square is alpha, divided by m1 m2 is usually constant by x square coefficient, so a by alpha is equals to c. We just have a look at the end, you have beta is equals to ca. Beta is equals to ca in the sense y is equals to ac is the required locus. Have a look.
T1, T2 perpendicular.
So tangents at T1, T2 are perpendicular, then we need to calculate this. Since parabola is not mentioned, మన standard parabola y square is equals to 4ax అని తీసేసుకోవడమే. So tangents at these 2 points, since they are perpendicular, always lies on directrix. So since their point of interest lies on directrix, then the direct relation is T1, T2 is equals to minus 1. So now it is easy. A plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square. ఈ వాల్యూ మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. A plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square అంటే ఏమవుతుంది? 4t1 t2 అంతేగా.
sir.
Actually 4 ఏది 4 t1 t2 t1 t2 minus 1 కాబట్టి our answer is -4 అంతే. ఓకే, సో ఈ ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ t1 t2 -1 ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తే ఆన్సర్ -4 అని ఈజీగా చెప్పవచ్చు. దాంతో దెన్ 13th ప్రాబ్లం క్లియర్. దెన్ కమింగ్ టు 14th ప్రాబ్లం. Length of the chord of the circle x square plus y square is equals to 4 and y square is equals to 4 into x minus h is maximum. Then we need to calculate h. సో కామన్గా రెండింటికి ఒక కార్డ్ ఉంటే ఆ కార్డ్ మ్యాక్సిమం అయితే మనం హెచ్ వాల్యూ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. సో కామన్ కార్డ్ ఆఫ్ ద సర్కిల్ అండ్ ది పెరాబోలా. ఓకే, సో యూజువల్లీ మన సర్కిల్ కనుక తీసుకుంటే అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్, వై స్క్వేర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 4 into x minus h అనే పెరాబోలా ఐ డైరెక్షన్లో ఉంటుంది. సో జనరల్ షేప్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ పెరాబోలా ఈజ్ రైట్ వర్డ్ పెరాబోలా. సో విత్ దట్ ఐడియా, నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్, x square plus y square is equals to 0. So whose center is 0, 0 and radius is 2. సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ షేప్లో ఉన్న పెరాబోలా సర్కిల్తో ఫామ్ అవుతూ లార్జెస్ట్ కార్డ్ ఫామ్ చేయాలి కాబట్టి, సో జనరల్ ఐడియా ఏంటంటే సర్కిల్కి లార్జెస్ట్ కార్డ్ ఈజ్ ద డయామీటర్. సర్కిల్కి లార్జెస్ట్ కార్డ్ ఈజ్ ది డయామీటర్ అండ్ స్పెసిఫికల్లీ వీఆర్ సెలెక్టింగ్ దిస్ డయామీటర్. సో పెరాబోలా will pass through or this largest chord of the circle diameter also acts as a diameter for the parabola. That means parabola will pass through these points another. Parabola. Okay, so what are these points? Since radius is 4, since radius is 2, since it is 4, radius is 2, so these points are 2, 0 and see is 2, 0 or 0, 2. Y-axis కదా x0, 0, 2 and this is 0, -2. సో పెరాబోలా ఈ 2 పాయింట్స్ నుంచి పాస్ అవుతుంది. ఏదో ఒక పాయింట్ యూజ్ చేస్తే మనం హెచ్ వాల్యూ కనుక్కోవచ్చు అంతే. సో రైస్ ప్లేస్లో 2 is 4 is equals to 4 into 0 minus h and finally h is equals to -1. There is the problem. Okay, all these problems are very simple. అయితే కాన్సెప్ట్స్ని స్ట్రాంగ్ చేయడం కోసం ఇవన్నీ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం కంపల్సరీ. సో నెక్స్ట్ 15th ప్రాబ్లమ్ మన డిస్కషన్లో లోకస్ ఆఫ్ ద పాయింట్. సో వీ నీడ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద లోకస్ ఆఫ్ ఏ పాయింట్ 4t² - 1, 8t - 2. So as they mentioned, the locus of the point is represents a parabola. We need to find the equation of latus rectum. Okay, so ఈ పాయింట్ యొక్క లోకస్ అనేది పెరాబోలా ఫామ్ చేస్తుంటే మనం ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ లాటస్ రెక్టమ్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. సో పెరాబోలా కూడా క్వశ్చన్లో ఇచ్చేసారు. సో హౌ టు ఫైండ్ ది లోకస్ ఆఫ్ ఎ పాయింట్? టు ఫైండ్ ది లోకస్ ఆఫ్ ఎ పాయింట్, టేక్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఆల్ఫా, టేక్ ఇట్ యాజ్ బీటా. సో యూజువల్లీ టేక్ లోకస్ పాయింట్ యాజ్ ఆల్ఫా, బీటా. Now we need a relation in between alpha and beta. So you just generate that relation by eliminating t. So from this, what is t? T is equals to beta plus 2 by 8. Since 8t minus 2 beta, so t is equals to beta plus 2 by 8. And from this, what you say about t square? Otherwise, we have the relation that alpha is equals to 4t square minus 1. Now replace this t with that beta plus 2 by 8. Then what will happen? Alpha is equals to 4 into t is this t square. Beta plus 2 by 8 whole square minus 1. Then go for the further simplification. 8 square is 16. You just cancel 4 4s. Then alpha is equals to beta plus 2 whole square divided by, this is 8 square is 64, right? Okay, 8 square is 64 and then 4 16s divided by 16 minus 1. So you multiply everything with 16, or otherwise do one thing. So send this on this side. Alpha plus 1 into 16 is equals to beta plus 2 whole square. So for sure it represents a parabola. This is a locus of the point alpha comma beta. If we generalize that locus, we will get y plus t whole square is equals to 16 means 4 into 4 of alpha plus 1. Okay, then we need to find the equation of latus rectum. This is of the format y square is equals to 4ax, x plus 1, right? Okay, So what is the vertex of the parabola? Vertex of the parabola is -1 comma -2. Since it is of the form y square is equals to 4ax type, this is a rightward parabola. Okay. What is the value of a? See, a value is again 4. Okay. So then what to say about the focus? This distance is a, that means 4 units. Then what you say about this point? Since we are moving horizontally 4 units right, so add 4 for this x coordinate. 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 comma minus 2. And at this point we need to, this is the lattice vector, we need that equation. So usually a vertical line is of the format x is equals to 0 and it is passing through this point. So equation of lattice vector is x is equals to 3 and our answer is x minus 3 is equals to 0. There ends the problem. Okay. So x is equals to sin square t, y is equal to 2 cos t. Just as we did 15th problem lagane, we need to establish a relation between x and y by eliminating t. So x is equals to sin square t means 1 minus cos square t, right? So x is equals to 1 minus, replace cos t. What is cos t? Y by 2 from this. So this is given and we are going to find out the relation between x and y. So cos t means y by t, that means y square by 4. There, since it is y square by 4, what we need to do? Okay, x minus 1 is equals to y square divided by minus 4. I am trying to make a parabola. So send this minus 4 this side. Y square is equals to minus 4 into x minus 1. There, it's a parabola. Leftward parabola. Okay. So a value is minus 1, vertex is at 1 comma 0 and everything okay. It represents a parabola. Okay. That's it. Actually y square is equals to minus 4 into x minus 1 represents a parabola. It represents a parabola for all x comma y with the usual discussion. Okay, అంటే y square positive కాబట్టి మళ్ళీ x మీద కూడా restriction ఉంటుంది. Okay, but y is always a real number. Y has many chances. A real number అయినా y plus 1 మనం తీసుకోవచ్చు. But ఇక్కడ y is equals to 2 cos t is the given condition of the question. So cos t is equals to y by 2 as we selected. Cos value is always in between minus 1 and plus 1. So minus 1 less than or equals to y by 2 less than or equals to 1. So minus 2 less than or equals to y less than or equals to 2. So actually parabola is the correct answer. But options lo ganaka parabola, portion of the parabola, part of the parabola ఉన్నప్పుడు యూజువల్గా అయితే ఇది parabola అవ్వాలంటే మనం y belongs to r అని తీసుకుంటాం. బట్ ఇక్కడ y మీద రిస్ట్రిక్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి టోటల్ parabola కాకుండా సేమ్ షేప్ ఇన్ దిస్ రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ y కన్సిడర్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి we call it as portion of a parabola. ఓకే, ఈ ఇచ్చిన క్వశ్చన్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ట్రిగ్నోమెట్రిక్ రేషియోస్ వలన parabola కాస్త portion of the parabola అయింది యాక్చువల్గా. ఓకే.
Yes, sir.
So what is the problem? Next problem. Number of points on the curve. Okay. One curve equation is given. Y is equals to modulus of mod 1 minus e power x minus 2. This is a curve. We need to find out number of points on this curve such that those points are such that from those points if we draw tangents to the parabola x square is equals to minus 4y, okay, are perpendicular. Okay, we need to calculate the number of points on this curve, and from those points if we sketch tangents to this x square is equals to minus 4y, those tangents are perpendicular. How many such points are there? That's what we need to identify. Okay, so first of all, as they given, you just take a point, that point, from that point if we sketch tangents for this, those tangents are perpendicular. So if tangents are perpendicular, then the point of intersection of tangents lies on directrix. Okay, this is very clear for us. So కాబట్టి మనం ఈ కర్వ్ మీద ఉన్న పాయింట్స్ నుంచి మనం టాంజెంట్స్ డ్రా చేస్తే ఆ టాంజెంట్స్ పర్పెండిక్యులర్గా ఉన్నాయి అంటే ఈ కర్వ్కి ఈ డైరెక్ట్రిక్స్ ఈక్వేషన్కి కామన్ పాయింట్స్ ఏమైనా కనుక్కోవాలి. మనకు తెలుసు డైరెక్టర్స్ మీద ఏ పాయింట్ దగ్గర నుంచి 2 టాంజెంట్స్ డ్రా చేసినా అవి పర్పెండిక్యులర్. బట్ వాడిచ్చాడు ఈ కరువు మీద ఉన్న పాయింట్ నుంచి టాంజెంట్స్ డ్రా చేస్తే పర్పెండిక్యులర్ అని. అంటే ఈ కరువుకి ఈ డైరెక్ట్రిక్స్కి కామన్ పాయింట్స్ కావాలి. దట్స్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్ యాక్చువల్లీ. వాట్ ఈస్ ది ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ డైరెక్ట్రిక్స్? దిస్ ఫర్ x square is equals to minus 4y. x square is equals to minus 4y is a downward parabola whose vertex is at 0, 0 and the a value is 1 because it is 4 1. So a value 1 అయితే సో డైరెక్ట్రిక్స్ ఈక్వేషన్ 1 యూనిట్ మనం పైకి జరగాలి. ఓకే, 1 యూనిట్ పైకి జరిగితే ప్యారలల్ టు x యాక్సిస్ ఈజ్ ది డైరెక్ట్రిక్స్ ఈక్వేషన్. ప్యారలల్ టు x యాక్సిస్ అంటే y ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1 ఈజ్ ది డైరెక్ట్రిక్స్ ఈక్వేషన్. సో y ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 1 అవ్వాలి, ఈ కర్వ్ మీద ఉండాలి. సో వీ నీడ్ టు సాల్వ్ దిస్ టూ. వైల్ సాల్వింగ్ 1 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు మాడ్యులస్ ఆఫ్ 1 మైనస్ e power x minus 2. So we need to solve this. So ఎలా సాల్వ్ చేయొచ్చు? ఈ మాడ్యులస్ రిమూవ్ చేస్తే మాడ్యులస్ ఆఫ్ 1 మైనస్ e power x minus 2 is equals to plus 1 or minus 1. Okay, and then send that to that side. Modulus of 1 minus e power x is equals to 2 plus 1 is 3 or 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, and the next thing, what you say about 1 minus e, again just try to remove this modulus. 1 minus e power x is equals to plus or minus 3 or plus or minus 1. Then we need to find out x. Okay, then what is e power x now? Send this one that side. Minus e power x is equals to 3 minus 1 2 minus 3 minus 1 minus 4 1 minus 1 0 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. This is minus e power x. So what is e power x? This is minus e power x, then e power x is equals to minus 2 plus 4 and for 0 plus 2. Symbols change చేశాను. అయితే e power x వాల్యూ ఎప్పుడు కూడా నెగిటివ్ అవ్వదు, యాజ్ వెల్ 0 కూడా అవ్వదు. కాబట్టి minus 2 is not possible, 0 is not possible, 4 and 2 are possible. So totally for x 2 values are possible. So since x has 2 possibilities for this relation, that means y is equals to 1 and y is equals to this curve have 2 common points. From those 2 common points, if we sketch tangents for this parabola, those tangents are perpendicular. So our answer at the end is 2. 2 points on this curve makes or gives us tangents to the parabola which are perpendicular. Okay, have a look. So this last problem is a multi-conceptual problem. Okay, functions, graphs along with the parabola and solving different equations. So finally that's for today's class. Okay, we discussed different problems related to parabola and which strengthens all your basic knowledge related to parabola and gives you confidence to solve different problems from mains and advanced level. Okay, you just practice problems of this video as well as the previous video class also, right? And don't forget to share and subscribe for this channel. Thank you.